27 years old. I'm 7-1. You know, assuming I go out and dominate my next fight, I'll be coming off 3 finishes. You know, I'm a perfect sell to the UFC at that point, and no need to rush it. Just gonna take a smart fight, get a good opponent, um, prove myself against another good opponent, and then yeah, make the run for the big show.
Christopher De Santiago of MMA Islander. Today we're talking to the always dangerous Devon Dixon, who's coming off a massive comeback victory at Fury Challenger Series 11 over Bruce Whitehead. Devon, how's it going today?
How's it going, Chris? Thank you for having me on, man.
Of course. It's been a few days, man, since the victory on Sunday. How are you feeling?
Man, I feel pretty good. I know my face hasn't really shown it, but I feel good, man. I'm not body's healthy. You know, just got a little cut under my eye, but I'm ready to get back and get to training, man.
You know, you came back after 19 months, after a 19-month layoff. How good did it feel to get back in the cage, and how difficult was it not fighting for that long?
So I don't know if you saw on my walkout, but I have never smiled so hard walking to the cage. Like, I was so grateful to be back in there, man, and it was just it just felt so awesome, man. Like, I love fighting, I love the energy. But you know, the long layoff was due to an injury. I know a lot of people don't really know that, but you know, the people that follow me know that, but I don't think that like Fury knew that. I tore my ACL in October of 2022, so I had to be out for quite some time after I had surgery. And the layoff, it didn't, none of that shit really affected me. Like, I felt like right before I got injured, like that last fight I took in 2022, I felt like I was finding my groove of like mentally being there in the fight and being as present as possible. And then, yeah, just kind of like I was already riding off like good momentum from that. Obviously, the injury, a little bit of a setback, but you know, it was I had good momentum going into it. And it just gave me a long time to develop my mentality. My coaches put me in a situation where I'm sparring in the cage every day. So I didn't feel like there was any ring rust or any of that shit.
You did face some adversity in the first round. Just how hurt were you in that opening round?
Um, I mean, he hit me hard. He hit me hard, but I wasn't hurt. At no point did I feel like I was gonna go out. It was more like when he was hitting me and he kept hitting me, I was like, oh, I gotta move. I gotta get the fuck out of here. And my dumbass, I didn't use any sort of arm defense. I was just trying to use distance and pulling my head back to fucking get out of the way. So you know, we learned some pretty like, thankfully I didn't take too much damage. But you know, we learned a quick lesson in that, and on to use proper fundamental defense instead of just trying to use your footwork and movement.
What advice did you get from your corner heading into that second round?
They told me to just keep touching, just try to touch him. I don't need to sit in front of him and brawl with him. That's his game plan. That's what he likes to do. So they just said touch him, get back to the kicks, use your kicks, and just use combinations. Use combinations, touch him, move. Don't stand right in front of him. And yeah, because I was really the only time I was getting hit was when I was standing right in front of him and then backing straight up. But when I was moving laterally and just touching and moving, I was doing fairly well.
I believe you have 7 wins by rear naked choke in your pro and amateur career. Was that the first time you slapped somebody inside the cage?
Nope. My fight right before, and I was about to make a pretty cool video about that actually. My last fight before I got injured in July of 2022, I put the kid to sleep with the same choke, same fucking choke, same side, put him to sleep. So nah, it's not the first time.
Is the rear naked choke your go-to submission, or do you prefer a different submission?
I like the rear naked choke because to me it just I'm able to find it pretty easily. I have very good top control, very good back takes, very good back control, and you know, unless I'm going with like a high level jiu-jitsu guy, there's really not many guys that could stop my choke. And it's not me sitting here saying I'm like some, you know, world class level jiu-jitsu guy, but it's just with my pressure combined with my attacks, I just don't feel like on an MMA level, there's many guys that are going to be able to stop what I'm doing to them.
It was a great fight, man, for as long as it lasted. Did you end up getting like a 5 to bonus or something on the side?
No, that'd be cool though because I'm fucking getting paid way less than I would be getting paid for literally any other promotion, and yeah, it was a hard, tough fight, but ultimately, no, no bonus, but I'm sure Fury's gonna want to keep working with me, so we'll have some talks in the near future.
And you became the first fighter to defeat Bruce Whitehead. Is there anything that surprised you in there?
Um, Not really. It was more not really on his end. It was more on my end. The only surprising thing was, as much as I got hit, like in my sparring sessions, I was able to do a really good job keeping my distance, touching and moving, and uh, and not take these big shots. Like I never put myself in a brawling situation. I was able to be really smart and technical. But Bruce is tough, man. He came at me. He's a good fighter. He was undefeated for a reason. His last two fights lasted like less than 60 seconds combined. Um, and he rocked both those guys and choked them both to sleep as well. So, he's tough. I expected him to come out hard. I expected him to throw heat. The only surprising thing though was as much as I got hit. I did not expect to get hit that much.
In your post-fight interview, you gave a message to your supporters as well as your doubters. Do you feel like you were counted out at all heading into this fight?
Oh yeah, man. I just know man, I'm I'm the type of guy that I'll find every reason to find a little bit of motivation, no matter what it is. Kind of like that Tom Brady factor. But man, I just left one of the biggest pro gyms in the world, down here in South Florida, joined a new team. So I'm sure there was probably some doubters from there. Considering I left there to go to a smaller gym. Not only that, uh, I was fighting Fury's boy. They were trying to hype this kid up. He was undefeated. It's in his hometown. So I had all the reason in the world to believe that they were bringing me out there to lose. And I was like, who the fuck do you guys think that I am? And who do you think that you are? I'm coming out here. I'm going to take your boy shine. And y'all got a problem on your hands now because now I just put him to sleep. And yeah, I think we got a little bit of leverage now. And more importantly, that's why, I had to shout out the supporters because it was pretty overwhelming the amount of support that I had coming back, especially not fighting for a year and a half, knowing that I had a big injury. An ACL injury is potentially career altering. So, again, I'm sure there was a lot of doubters from the people, not just people that didn't believe in me and doubted me, but also the people that probably did believe in me and support me. I'm sure people just know it's a big injury, long layoff. Who knows what to expect here? You know what I mean?
Is that the most gratifying win of your career thus far?
Yeah, I would say so. He's probably up there with you know the toughest, if not like he's like one or two of the toughest guys that I fought. I knew he was well rounded. I really wanted that matchup. Not only because he was undefeated, he's very well rounded. It's like a truck, and yeah, no, it was pretty satisfying. I think my last one was pretty satisfying though. Although it wasn't, as tough as an opponent, although he is still super tough. Uh, I called that shit. Like I called exactly how it was gonna go down too. This fight we expected to strike more, but I just found an easier path to victory, choking him to sleep.
Mm. And when would you like to get back in there? I know you're a little bit bruised. You're gonna take a few days off. When would you like to get back in the cage?
I was gonna plan on fighting March 24th.
San Antonio, right?
But I,
Or Houston? One
San
of the two.
Antonio. Shit, it's fuck. Did I just lose you?
You're good. You're
You
good.
still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, some spam number. Yeah, some spam number just called me. I wanted to fight March 24th, but it's just I think it's going to be too quick to get back in there. My weight's good. I'm healthy. Obviously just got to heal up this little cut on my eye. I think what I'm going to do and this is seemingly the game plan between my coaches. I think we're gonna wait till May, June the latest, but we're gonna wait till May. I'm gonna fight another tough guy, solidify another good finish there. After that, I'll be 7-1, and then we'll really make the push for contender series. You know, the contender series is from July to September. You know, if I get one more win, I get one more good win before that. I mean, 7-1 is like I'm 27 years old. I'm 7-1. You know, assuming I go out and dominate my next fight, I'll be coming off 3 finishes. You know, I'm a perfect sell to the UFC at that point, and no need to rush it. Just gonna take a smart fight, get a good opponent, prove myself against another good opponent, and then yeah, make the run for the big show. Stop fighting these tough guys for fucking pennies on the dollar and start getting paid some pretty good money and prove my worth inside of a real promotion.
Awesome, Devon. And you made the move from Florida to Austin, Texas. What made you want to make the move, and what's the coolest thing about Austin, Texas?
The biggest thing that made me want to make the move was, man, I came here to visit a couple times during the whole pandemic situation, and because they were another one of the states that were open, and I just came to do some grappling out there, and like I went to go train at B Team, went to go train at Renzo Gracie with John Danaher, and I just learned so much when I went there, and I was like, holy shit, like I haven't fucking learned anything training in a long time. I was just sparring a lot and wrestling hard, and you know, I felt like I grew in a week of being there. So I was like, shit, you know, and then I tore my ACL back home training, and I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna change some shit up. Let me go out to Austin, Texas, and since I got the time to develop, you know, I'm in no rush to get into a fight. Got the time to develop. Let me develop my grappling at the very least, and then the best icing on the cake was I found my coaches, Coach Andrew and Coach Kyle at 10th Planet, and they're mainly striking coaches, and you know, so I get the best of both worlds. I got 2 coaches that really believe in my potential out there, and they really helped develop my striking. And then I train at Renzo Gracie under John Danaher, and I get the best grappling in the world. So I feel like I just get the best of both worlds. I got really solid training partners. I got established pros. I got upcoming amateurs, and the room is just so diverse, and it's a small but very quality team. And so I would say the best thing about Austin, Texas, man, is I still get really high level training, even though, you know, it wouldn't be considered like, you know, the American top teams, the AKAs, the Jackson Winks, the world. It's a smaller gym with very quality guys. And man, Austin, Texas, you know, you being a Texas guy yourself, there ain't no state like Texas, man. There is just so much shit to do. The community's strong. It's awesome. The people are amazing out there. I can't say anything bad about Texas, honestly.
Yeah, I can't say anything either, man. And I saw that you took some pictures of Shane Gillis. You met Theo Vaughn. Are you a big fan of the comedy scene down there?
Dude, oh my God. So that was like, you know, my coaches were like the icing on the cake, and the comedy scene, I didn't even move out there for that. That was like a added bonus. That was the cherry on top of everything, because I'm such a huge comedy fan. And man, I've probably been to the comedy mothership now, Joe Rogan's Comedy Club, like
Yes,
15 times at least. And you know, Theo Vaughn, Shane Gillis, both being my favorite comedians. It was just so dope. I was able to meet them. They're both super dope guys. And yeah, the comedy scene's awesome out there, man. That was just, it's incredible. If anybody is ever going to Austin, Texas, you got to go to the comedy mothership. You're going to see probably the best comedy show you've ever seen for $40. $40.
Wow, man. So have you seen Kill Tony?
No, dude, Kill Tony's always sold out. He's always sold
That's
out. I would
true.
love to, but it's always sold out.
Well, so I'm guessing that you watched the YouTube like live streams and whatnot, right? The YouTube episodes.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Awesome, man. Would you ever try? I mean, I know your stand up in MMA is pretty good. Would you ever try stand up in comedy?
Oh, dude, for sure, for sure. I just gotta, you know, I feel like sometimes I got like one good joke, but if I can string together like a solid 60 seconds, dude, I would I would love to. It'd be like just like conquering another fear, just telling some whack ass jokes in front of a live audience, and then having Tony roast you in front of everybody. That would just be an awesome. I would love to do it. Love to do it. Absolutely. If
Awesome,
you
man.
if you can get me on there to skip the line, I'll start developing material today.
Yeah, I mean, if I ever move down there, I might just put your name on the inside the bucket every time, you know.
Oh, dude. All right, let's do it then. All right, cool.
Yeah, and honestly, man, next time we do an interview, I might just have you do a 60-second skit, you know, for an interview or something like that.
Oh, the pressure's on now, Chris. You got the pressure on now. All right. My whole drive back to Texas, man, I'm be coming up with jokes. I got you. I got
Sounds
you.
good, man.
And we'll preface it on the MMA Islander podcast.
For sure, man. And you know, like in Florida right now, like I don't know what your like current status is with Kill Cliff FC. Is that a gym that you're still gonna like cross train every now and then, or what's the situation with Kill Cliff FC?
I wouldn't really say there's much of a situation, honestly. I left because I felt like my, I'm grateful for all the training with high level guys that I've gotten. Like I could sit here and name drop a bunch of people, but if you know the names that train there, man, you know the guys, and I've trained with everybody in that room. So I've learned a lot of valuable lessons from guys who have real skin in the game. I just feel like that chapter of my life is closed. I'm still cool with a lot of people from that gym. I'm grateful that the coaches let me train there for as long as I did. Coming up as an amateur on the team and training with a bunch of pro guys, and then developing for most of my pro career with that team. Ultimately, I just feel like it's not what I need in my life. I don't need to train there anymore. And if they ever invited me or needed me to come back or whatever, I mean, I wouldn't say no to it. I just don't see any reason for me to go back there. Me being in Texas, there's big gyms like Fortis MMA out there. I could just go out to Vegas and train in another big super gym. I just don't feel, honestly, Chris, I don't feel like a super gym is what's going to serve me best in my career, at least at this point. Being 27 years old, not in the UFC yet, I feel like I need to be more dialed in with coaches that believe in me and that see my potential, that want to see me and help me develop. So that's just where I'm at mentally. No, it's no hard feelings. There was no bad leaving. It was just I just left. I felt like that situation wasn't what I needed anymore, and it was just moving on to the next chapter of my life.
For sure, man. Yeah, you definitely got to do what's best for you, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, I think that's all the questions I had for you, Devin. I just want to thank you again for the time. Anything that you want to say to the fans out there watching?
Hey, just keep watching, man. Y'all gonna see me in the UFC. Hopefully, we're planning on this year. But if I gotta develop a little bit more and it takes me till 2025, that's all. It's all good as well. But just know, every time I fight, you're gonna get a fucking show, baby. I'm coming out there to finish. I might take a couple punches in the process. You know what I'm saying? But I'm coming out there to finish the fight, whether it's on the feet or on the ground, and y'all can expect fireworks every time I fight.